Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from wherever you are around the world. It's been a while because we had an amazing weekend full of breakthroughs, mind orgasms, so much stuff went on, self-rediscovery, self-realizations, whatever you want to name it. It was fantastic. So how is everyone from around the world? Rebecca, good to have you on, and everyone else, because I can see all these little eyes popping up, and I want to make sure that I'm a safe driver because I don't want you to have a live accident. Mr. Troy, how are you? Mandy, good to have everyone on. So, people are driving past and looking like I'm a crazy man always, and I'm just talking to myself. I do have my beautiful partner with me today. There she is. Say hello. She has to listen to me scream at this beautiful technology which we call live streams. Belinda, good to have you on, and hope everyone's having an amazing, I was about to say Monday, what day is it? Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is. See, isn't that good in a way that, you know, you just sort of let all the days melt in? Good to have you, BB. And it's yeah, things have just been feeling really amazing within, you know, our whole group, organization, team, family, whenever you want to call it. And over the weekend, it was the first time that we had the social identity experience, which is, in a nutshell, creating and leading others into the right identity that they are going to be able to facilitate change in their life, believe that they deserve change, and actually do what they need to do so they can move through. Deep Sin, hey, how are you, beautiful brother? Nice, I love that, beautiful people. That's what it's about, more love. Doesn't it feel good when there's love and there's not, you know, all that, you did this and that? It feels good, it feels better. Fantastic, keep it going. Sorry, I just want to move this up because I don't know if my head's crooked or if that's crooked. Cool, you've got it. So, yeah, the two-day workshop was fantastic. If you want to call it a workshop, whatever the way you want to relate to it. It was, I know it was huge for me, it was huge for Jaboa, it was huge for Matty G. And yeah, it was special because, to let you guys know, obviously coming back to Melbourne, there was a lot of you know, when we talk about anchors, so memories about, oh, you know, why do I want to be back in Melbourne? You know, it felt that's, I left here, now I'm going back and doing that. So there was a couple challenges for myself. But yeah, once you get there and, you know, you see the amazing souls that step up and want to change. There were so many beautiful people that, what I really loved about it was strangers coming together and supporting one another for change. Yeah, there's not many places in the world that actually happens, or that people actually go playful out, you know, no judgment. There was support, there was love, and it was just really great to see, you know, other humans connect. It was really fantastic. Oh, my beautiful mother was on. Mwah. It was her birthday yesterday, and today we got a big dinner tonight. So, Mum, happy birthday again. It's your birthday again today. But we thought we made sure we'll come and see you on your birthday. And yeah, it was great on a number of occasions. Matty G really stepped into his power. Hey, Mr. Fester. I was about to talk about your, I was about to say your big black mamba. That doesn't sound right. You are the big black mamba. And yeah, it was great to see Matty stand in his power again. I think that these two-day, you know, tasters were, you know, I call them a taste test. These workshops are really important for people to understand, you know, what we're doing and bringing them to the shores of Australia. Our next one is going to be over in WA. And, you know, to see my beautiful partner as well, to be there to support me, made me into a better leader, made me into a better man. The support as well, you know, she brings a lot of the logical side, the things that, you know, like clockwork. I'm basically like one of those bouncy balls bouncing all over the place. And yeah, it really came great. The people that we had, you know, you all know who you were. Ryan was one of them. You know, I think there were 16 people all up. Everyone brought in a lot of their strengths. You know, everyone brought in just so much diversity, if that's a good word to use. And the diversity was great because it gave us a really good understanding where people are at, where people aren't, but it really brought in different energies, but the energies were all positive. And it was like a mixed bag of lollies, which was where are you going? Fucking hell. There you go, you almost had a live accident, people. So we've got you gotta love Melbourne traffic. So my light was green for about 30 seconds, not 30 seconds, 3 seconds, and people just want to cut in. But that's all right. I can still lead, and we can still have defensive driving. So going back into this, where were we? Luckily that we didn't crash. Of course we're not gonna. So that was a moment in experience. There you go. you gotta laugh things off, don't you? Otherwise you'll cry, or we won't say the other words. That's in the past. That's the old Lee Bundy. So moments and experiences, that's what we strive for, yeah? A lot of people, they want haves and wants, but the haves and wants don't create the moments and experiences which gives us the feeling of what we want. What did Ryan say? Haha, fucking oath, you still lead, bros. And, it was really great to have people like my brother who's been there, Ryan, of course. If people don't know, he's been there from the start. I think we've known each other for 5-6 years. Even I had people that were there that know me since I was a little brat, from, I think grade 6, from year 7, and that was Brad, and great to have him there. Then there was complete strangers. Matty G is, he's my sidekick. We like Batman and Robin. If you said who's Batman and Robin, I can be Robin just to keep you happy. But whatever you want to call it, we normally call it, I think it's Hulk and Superman. And like I said, it was beautiful to have my partner there to lead it. And more importantly, it was the moment and experiences that the participants created, which they actually said to me, and I think this came out of the words of everybody, that they did not expect to get as much as they did without it, and they thanked me, and I said, don't thank me, thank you. It doesn't matter what I facilitate, I just create the space, I hold the energy, but it's up to you to make the change, it's up to you to believe, it's up to you to change and be that person you need to, and as we call it, play full out. Get uncomfortable to become comfortable, step into that, and more importantly, take yourself to a place where you need to go to make the change, and that's obviously having the belief, stepping into that role, doing what you need to do, and being able to move forward and be able to understand that, you know what, I've made a choice that I want to change, I've experienced it, it feels right, let's do it again, and let's do it again, and let's do it again, and let's do it again. And that's how you change. You're not just, oh, okay, I've been to a 2-day workshop, or Tony Robbins, or Robert Shamra, or Lee Bundy, or whoever, and then let's go back and just sit on the couch and feel sorry for ourselves. It doesn't work that way. So you need to understand that life is a compound interest of moments and experiences, and when you focus on moments and experiences, but it's taking a choice and then making a decision. So I decide, and then it's the choice that you take on from there. Where successful people have mastered, or what they have mastered, is making the decisions and the choices, or choosing the choices that serves them on a daily basis, and actually probably on a more of a minute to an hour basis. And what that means, if you're getting a little bit confused, is they're realigning and making sure that their thoughts, their feelings, beliefs, and more important, their actions are connecting to the desired outcomes, which is really, really sexy. And that's when life really starts to fire up. Unfortunately, people that aren't experiencing success, if that is happiness, monetary, relationship, love, health, it is because they aren't consciously taking the time to focus and create the moments and experiences that it's going to make them into a better person. And that's really sad in a lot of cases. And another thing that everyone needs to remember, that firstly, with a lot of stuff that when you come by and when you're elaborating and you're growing and whatever you want to be calling it, you need to understand when you're moving through things. And I don't think people know how to drive in Melbourne. Yep, no worries, mate, you can go there. And what they need to understand is that you need to be mindful about, and this is why I say it can be minutes, every half an hour, real aligning that how you're feeling, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and your actions, are they aligning you to who you truly want to be and where you're going? Is it making you feel right? Are you moving towards your goals, or are you moving away from them? And that's a really important thing that a lot of people, they get caught up with, oh, okay, you know what, there's not so much pain right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep acting, and I'm just going to, I'm going to exist. I'm going to go back to the job because it's security and I'm getting paid way below that I deserve, but it's something. While I'm just going to go and exist in this relationship because I have someone there, and at the end of the day, we'll just be with that, and I'll put up with the pain, and eventually I hope it will go away. Or you know what, I will sit there and I'll struggle when I have to pay a bill, or when I get evicted out of my apartment, because I'm not going to have any exchange or give back to the to the universe, or so on and so forth, or understanding what wealth and creation means. So a lot of these things that really start to unfold in people's lives is because they're creating a wants and haves. It's like an experience. I know a lot of people that have wants and haves. The wants and haves are, you know, beautiful Ferraris, beautiful apartments, beautiful girls, but they, you know, from the outside. And that does not give them the experience and the moment which they need to grow. That's so funny. Guy just walks past the car, goes like this, and like he expects me to stop. No worries, buddy. That was a moment experience. I just saved his life. Hey, good morning, Joanne. How are you, sister? It was amazing, and this is a perfect experience, example and experience. That, you know, Joanne's obviously Matty G's beautiful partner, and it can be hard for partners that don't really experience what we're doing. I mean, you know, constantly traveling around the world and talking about what we're doing, and it can be hard to really realize, like, what are you guys talking about? What are these moments? What are these experiences? And to see Joanne, you know, peel back the layers, and as I say, to open up and blossom like a beautiful flower of self-love, self-worth, and self-appreciation, it was really, really special. Because, you know, people can sit there, go, oh yeah, I got a result, but when you actually feel and see the shift in people, see their you know, their physiology change, see their psych change as well, their psychology, obviously meaning thought patterns, it's yeah, it's really, really special. And that's when we start getting into you know, that priceless, you know, people say, why do you do what you do? And I'm like, well, you know, come and check this out and you'll get a feel for what we do. And when you'll know, that's, you know, creating better humans, giving them that shift and so on and so forth. Still feeling pumped. Awesome stuff. Yeah, Jabbo and I, we're sort of like in, you know, still that spiritual stone. Like, we're having our own integration, and it's actually good to spend a lot of time with the family, switch off a little bit, you know, kick back, and yeah, it's been good. So we're off to the gym today now, just to have a bit of a party pump, just to look after yourselves, get the body going and whatnot, which is really cool. But I really want to, what I want to share with people as well, the exciting thing what's about to unfold is that we came up to a conclusion of the world really needs what we're doing. People really need what we're doing. To see people change in 2 days, and that could be the catalyst of saving people's lives. You know, we had professionals, very successful people are basically rediscovering themselves, and everyone got so much of a great experience and so much of a great result. You know, I know what I do because it's changed my lives on many occasions, yeah. But to see the change and to see the clicks and the whatnot, and to have people that have gone and done so-called a lot of self-development to come and say, you know what, I absolutely love that because it's so real. You know, the way you teach, Lee, but more importantly, it's how everyone comes together. It's you're not going from your textbook. You're leading with intuitive energy. You're leading, you know, what people need to know in that time. You know, you're switching through identity, switching through characters, and they said they loved it. You know, you're telling people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. And that's at the end of the day, that's why we went there. Yes, we build relationships, but more importantly, we're building results. So that was quite cool. What a Mr. Festigo. So priceless, you can't put a price on it. Beautiful feeling you get from stepping into your power and who you are every day. And that's exactly right. And last night's live stream, man, that was you know, obviously I haven't got to speak to you today, Mr. Festa, but you really could see you've taken it to another level. I know the 2 days it was quite cool. There was sort of mixed emotions, mixed conviction as well. I know I had it. I know when my parents walked into the room for the 2 days, you know, I got in that little boy syndrome, and I got a little bit of being embarrassed, and I can't remember how I felt that, but it was good. You know, it's another strategy for you to grow stronger from. So that was yeah, that was quite cool. So why I'm really excited about this, people, as well, because we are going to be holding the next one. There is actually a huge interest of it to hold it back in Melbourne quite soon, but we have obviously got our retreat, which is going to be happening. We're looking at putting it a little bit further because a few people have started to trickle over to the next retreat, which is going to be, so we've got August, October, November. The one what we're looking at doing is doing it at the start of September, giving it a little bit more time for, I want to make sure that we've got the right people that are attending. So what that means of the right people attending is, what's that? Saving lives, relationships, and families. Yes, I thought you were saying shaving, shaving lines. I'm like, what are we talking about? If you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. All right, just let me quickly park the car because I know Jabal wants to get out of here. She's had enough of me talking. True, baby? She's like, yes. So, just quickly, nice analogy, man. Y-R-A. Oh, awesome. Oh, yes, I love that. So, what we want to really take into respect of where we're going with this is that in between the retreats, and obviously, yes, it is a big commitment. Yes, it's an amazing, it's the ultimate results, getting people over to Bali. I understand that. I'm not going to take that away from people. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking these workshops to every main city and every main state and city in Australia and New Zealand. We're looking at doing Ryan goes, what? There we go. Ryan and Nadine, two superstars right there. And what we're going to be talking about is these 2 days are really going to give people a massive shift, but more importantly, more respecting themselves and understanding what we do and what we're about. And our main goal, and this is the thing that really gets me going, because I've been feeling like, and like I explained it, I've been looking at my feet instead of looking at the big picture. And the big picture is Team Beast Mode International, obviously the Ultimate Polarity Correction Identity Creation Retreats, the Social Identity Experience, that transformational space. We are aiming to be the #1 recognized and respected transformational space and total life improvement specialist in all of Australia because of proven results and proven, you know, just getting the results. Yeah, and obviously we're pretty cool at what we do as well. We want people to enjoy the process. So that's our main goal of where we're going with that. You know, and only you people will be able to have that experience by stepping into the space, by participating and being a part of that. Yeah, you've just joined. She's sitting next to me and she's just joined. Yeah. I'm like, you're sitting next to me. Sharing how we are in front of your parents right there is being real. Yeah, exactly. It was Nadine. It was you know, I talk a lot about my story and how good I was fucking up my life and the stress I caused my parents and whatnot. You know, Ryan has been there, Brad's been there, you know, Jabo's been in the end part of it. And so on and so forth. But you know, really coming together to see that, and parents coming to support, and people feeling the love of what we got, it was really something special. So because it's hard. Oh look, it's, to be honest with you, I loved it, because even holding the workshop in Melbourne and me moving back to Melbourne, it was like there were so many one day we'll sit down and I'll have a coffee and I'll tell you all about it. It was quite daunting, because I got out of Melbourne because I was, you know, that was my new growth part. But coming back in, it's just, hey, you know what? You just adapt your new identity and so on and so forth, and you roll with it. Yeah, you're not gonna find, if you find and look at problems, you're gonna get that. And that's the same as people. Relationships fail because people focus on their weaknesses, strengths, and problems, and that's what you're gonna get. So what we need to really start to understand as well, that the world is in great need of what we're doing, because like I said, there was a lot of people that, you know, so to speak, had their shit together, very successful, whatnot. There's so people that, you know, were self-discovering. Everyone got huge breakthroughs. You know, I facilitated, you know, Jaboa was leading it as well, Maddie, you know, Ryan's been to a few of these on the retreat now. This is his, you know, he's being in the environment a lot now, and you're still growing. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're still alive and you put yourself in these environments, you're still going to grow, because the way we teach is a flat line, baseline, universal. It's a universal rule or universal law. So it's absolutely fantastic. So what I want to say, guys, look out for the next retreat. It's going to be absolutely huge. A lot of people are wanting to know to get on the online course, which is so you can do it at the comfort of your own home. Highly recommend it. The next retreat coming up was going to be from the 7th to the 12th. We're looking at pushing it out because it's going to be a lot more accommodatable for everybody. Yeah, and we want to make sure that we've got the right bunch of people, that everyone's energy can really lead everyone else, and everyone's on the same journey. So we're looking at putting it out further. But what we're going to be doing in that meantime, before the retreat, we're actually going to be holding another workshop in Perth, so Maddie and the crew don't have to fly down all the way to Melbourne. So we're going to be rocking that out, which is going to be really cool. So we're going to be doing a 2-day workshop in Perth. There's a massive interest there for it, and that will be giving, you know, people a really good understanding and a feel for what we do. Lead to lead others, boom boom nigga. That's it. All right, guys, we better go, and otherwise I'm going to cop a jab to the face, because Jabal wants to go and pump out some squats. We haven't been to the gym for 4 days and starting to get all edgy a little bit. bit, withdrawal symptoms. So we're going to rock and roll. I'm going to be there for the next one. Awesome stuff. Yeah, and look, what we're leaving locked in, we could even maybe do one in Perth and then even another one in Melbourne. But you'll absolutely love it. You'll absolutely love it. So create moments and experiences, because that's what's going to lead you to your better experiences. Wants and haves, that's just materialistic, and it's basically, you know, when it's basically false. Yeah, so have an amazing day, take care, create moments and experiences, and when you can focus on that, that's when you'll take your life to another existence and beyond. Have an amazing day. The social identity experience coming to you in every main city in Australia and in the world. Take care.